Hello everyone, this is Adam from Sinister Custom Cycles coming at you with a video, this time covering disaster builds. This video was inspired by someone close to my area that is building motorized bikes and selling them for profit, that is claiming to know everything there is to know about bikes and claiming to be a professional motorized bike builder. Please help me out on this one. I'll let you know where you can check his webpage out and let me know what you think of his custom motorized bikes. Also towards the end of the video I'll let you know a couple new things I'll be adding soon. But let's get right into it for now and let's start covering disaster builds. First thing is cheap bikes. Don't go to Walmart, don't go to a department store and buy an $80 bike and put an engine on it. Those bikes are barely meant to be tough enough to pedal around, much less putting an engine on it and screaming down the road at 30-40 miles an hour. Not the safest bet. Next thing is engine kits. Two strokes. Anybody that watched my videos before definitely knows how I feel about two-stroke engine, especially the ones that you can pick up for 180 bucks. Cheap, smoky, gas oil mix, not going to last you nearly as long as the four-stroke. Just noisy. I don't like them. Just thinking about them, seeing them run down the road just gives me a shivers. Pictures like this, not exaggerated. It's not going to happen all the time, but things like this happen more often than not with two-stroke engines. There are some two-strokes out there that are built and built professionally. However, you're still getting into the same thing. Smoke, noisy, a lot noisier than a four-stroke. You're mixing your gas and oil all the time. You have to get your ratios right on. If you don't get your ratios on, too little oil, you'll burn your engine up. Too much oil, you're going to run into performance issues and have even more smoke. So, still not keen on them. There are other formats of four-stroke engines that offer more power and more speed than a two-stroke. I'll get into that towards the end of the video too. Next thing with these kits, whether you do get a two-stroke or four-stroke kit, you get the same cheap parts. This is the main one that drives me up the wall. Two rubber gaskets, a bunch of little metal parts with 8 bolts that you have to sit there and try and line up on your rear wheel on your spokes. Those spokes are not meant to take any pressure, and you are putting a sprocket, clamping it to your spokes, and then putting a 2 to 3 horsepower engine on it, and putting all that stress on the spokes. Not to mention, you don't have any lateral adjustment for your chain alignment. Your chain's not aligned, you're going to wear your chain down, you're going to wear your sprockets down, and if it's off alignment enough, your chain's going to hop off the sprocket, and at 30 miles an hour, you don't have to be an Einstein to figure out that's not going to be a good scenario. So, not to mention these things are just a pain to put on. I've watched a lot of videos. I've read a lot of blogs online that people have put these on before and they're a pain. They can't just bolt right up. Grinding on the metal plates, kind of reworking the holes so you got a little bit more room to put the bolts through. Not fun. It's one of the most time-consuming parts of the kit to put on the bike. A lot of this could be alleviated, again, using the right parts, which I'll get into. A lot of people have asked me about it. Some of the people that have asked me about it already have used them and messaged me back saying, awesome. So, and I've used it too, the new parts, a couple times for my bike builds, still holding up. No stress on the wheel, anything like that. This scenario, perfect example. You have issues no matter which way you put them on, you're running into issues. Just a horrible design. But the companies are trying to save a couple bucks and give you this junk. Also, even the sprocket is super thin. I can actually take this in two hands and flex it a little bit. I'm not a big guy. I'm not strong. And I can flex this chintzy little plate. Solution, spend an extra 80 to 100 bucks. There's a couple companies that do it, and get a rear hub mounted sprocket adapter like this. 2 bolts, clamp it on, doesn't touch your spokes, gives you lateral adjustment for proper chain alignment. It's going to have your sprockets and chain lasting longer. A lot easier. I can put one of these on in a little over 5 minutes, tops. So here's a little bit different angle just to show you. Super easy, no stress on your spokes. You can adjust your spokes without taking all this crap off. So cool thing, whole lot better, even a lot thicker materials when it comes to the sprocket. This one you can even, no matter how you do it, you're not bending this. There's no flex to it. As you can see here, it's at least 2 to 3 times thicker than the stuff you get with the kits. Unfortunately, even if you do get the 4-stroke kits, you still have the same cheap peripherals that come with it. So no matter what kit you go with, I would highly recommend spending the money on this. If you don't know where to get it, message me. I will be more than happy to share it with you on where to get them. Gas tanks, super cool. The ones that come with the kit, rusty, dented, thin, the gas caps leak, all around junk. These clamp to the underside of your seat. There are a couple other options too. They don't leak, they don't dent, they're a lot thicker, better, hold about the same amount of fuel as well too. So about 200 bones for those. These bikes are, in my mind, the definition of professional builds. Front to back, the parts, the engines, brakes, shocks, the whole 9 yards, front to back, top to bottom, quality parts. These bikes are going to withstand the speed, they're going to withstand the power, they are going to be a lot better, last a lot longer, and hold up all around, front to back, a lot better than the cheaper builds. When I hear professional, when I hear custom bike builder, this is some of the stuff that comes to mind. Please go to Facebook, check out Macho's Motorbikes, and let me know if that's the definition of custom in your mind. Here's another thing that I'm kind of considering, a trike. Still kind of bouncing back and forth between the Huntington Resurrected build or something a little bit different like this. So I'll keep you guys posted. Next month or two at the latest, I'm going to start putting everything together for it and finally make up my mind. Engines, 4-stroke, horizontal, gas only, enclosed CDI box, and 3-speed transmission built into one. It's not too much bigger than a regular 49cc 4-stroke engine that you get in the kits online. Just a little bit different layout. It's more long than it is high. This is what I'm going to be going with for my next bike build. As far as speed, reliability, torque, I will put this 4-stroke up against any 2-stroke engine out there for a motorized bike. So can't wait to get started with it. Can't wait to take it out and actually test it out next spring and do some videos of riding around with it and show you what kind of performance it comes up with. That's the end for this video. One thing I'm going to be adding here soon, I'm actually going to be getting on Skype. That way if somebody has questions about building a bike, I'm not just texting and emailing. I can actually Skype with somebody and they can show me what they're running into and I can talk them through it over video. Other than that, I'm still here through email, sinistercustomcycles@gmail.com. Feel free to message me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please give me a couple days. At most, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Keep sharing, keep watching, subscribe, and there's more to come soon. Thanks again.